Let's sing. Are you ready? Here we go. She's M-A-M-I-E. Yes, she believes in me. She reads a story from a book or two. She's M-A-M-I-E. Mammy's Corner! Hello, my littles. Welcome to Mammy's Corner, and I'm Mammy. But you already knew that, didn't you? Yes, you did. It is time to do our affirmations. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's say them out loud. Ready? I am loved. You are loved. Who loves you besides your parents? That's right. God loves you. Who else loves you? Mammy loves you. And don't you go forgetting it. Let's say it loud again. Ready? I am loved. Good job. Now for the next one. I am good. Are you good? Well, let's say it louder. Ready? I am good. Good job. Now for the last one. I am kind. Are you kind? Yeah, well, you better say it loud. Come on, my littles, loud. I am kind. Good job, my littles. Now, before I forget again, make sure you take your remote, arrow it down, and move it over, and give Mammy a thumbs up and let me know that you like the stories that Mammy reads to you. But first, before I start reading a book, let's get comfy. Got a nice comfort chair? Or maybe you want to cuddle up with a blanket? Are you ready? No? Oh, that's right. We have to have our favorite pillow. Got your favorite pillow? What else? That's right. Your favorite stuffy. All right. Now, again, don't forget, give Mammy a thumbs up down below and let Mammy know that you like these videos. And if you want an adult to comment, let me know how you like them. I'd love to hear from you. Mammy misses you. All right. So, Mammy's going to start with a Christian one. So for those that don't believe in God, I'm sorry. But this is Jesus the Friend. Okay, are y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. These are stories about Jesus the Friend. The friend of the children. Jesus was the friend of children. He smiled to see them playing games. They knew he was their very own friend. Everyone loved him and wanted to be near him. When the children saw Jesus coming along the road, they stopped playing and ran fast to meet him. Oh, isn't that exciting? Jesus was the friend of mothers and fathers, too. He listened when they told him about their children. A father said, "My little boy is ill. Please, will you make him well?" Jesus was glad to make the boy well again. He made many other children better, too. He loved them all. One hot day, Jesus had been very busy. He had helped many people. The friends of Jesus saw how tired he was. They were walking along the road. Jesus must rest, they said. So they found a quiet place by the side of the road. He sat down to rest. Phew, there you go. Wherever Jesus went, people followed him. We must listen to Jesus, they said to each other. He is our friend. He will help us. The mothers and fathers and children who were following Jesus saw he was sitting down. Let us take the children to him, they said. The friends who wanted Jesus to rest were very cross. They did not want anyone to bother him. If only Jesus would lay his hands on our children and bless them, said the mothers. But the friends of Jesus said, we must send them away. Jesus heard them. What do you think Jesus did? Let's find out. Jesus saw the fathers and mothers and children waiting. He smiled, held out his arms, and said, "Let the little children come to me. Do not send them away." At once the children ran to Jesus. Mothers carried the babies to him, and he took the children in his arms and blessed them. Oh, that was nice, even though he was tired. Aw. Now the second story is called The Friend of the Lonely Little Man. Long ago there lived a lonely man. His name was Zacchaeus. He was so short he had to stand on tiptoe to see over other people's shoulders. He lived in a fine big house and had lots of money, but he had no friends. Oh, no friends, how sad. No one else went for a walk with Zacchaeus. He was never asked to other people's houses. He walked all by himself along the busy street. No one smiled or said good day. People had to pay him too much money for taxes. Zacchaeus was greedy, so no one wanted to be friends with a money collector. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One day Zacchaeus heard two people talking. Jesus is the friend of everyone, said one man. Yes, he even has a money collector as a friend, said the other man. He shook his head. I wish I could see Jesus, said lonely Zacchaeus to himself. He must be very kind. Zacchaeus listened and heard shouting in the street. A crowd of people were waving and calling to each other, Jesus is coming! Jesus is coming! The little man ran and stood on tiptoe, but he could not see anything. I want to see Jesus. Whatever shall I do? Thought Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus ran along the street to a tree. I will climb up and see Jesus. And said Zacchaeus to himself. He peeped through the thick leaves to see Jesus passing by. But Jesus stopped beneath a tree. He looked him up and said, Zacchaeus, hurry and come down. I want to stay in your house today. Wow, what an honor he got. Yay! He was so excited he scrambled down and stood by Jesus. Jesus went home with Zacchaeus. No one knew why he stayed with a money collector, but Jesus talked with him. Then Zacchaeus gave back a lot of money to the people. He felt much happier. Zacchaeus was not lonely anymore. Aw, that was nice. All right, here's another story. This one is called The Friend of the Family. Near the seaside lived a happy family. Jesus was their friend. There was Peter and his wife and Andrew, his brother. The mother of Peter's wife also lived in the house. Let us call her grandmother. Jesus liked to visit the home of this happy family. Aww. Grandmother liked to be busy. She helped to get the dinner ready. She helped to cook and make things nice for the family. Everyone loved her. She was so happy and glad to talk to them. Friends who lived down the street used to ask, how is grandmother today? Aw. Hey, do you ask how Mammy is? What? Don't forget me. One day Jesus was in church. Peter and Andrew were there. All the people sang songs of praise to God, and everyone listened to Jesus. They knew Jesus had helped many of the people in church. After the service, Jesus went out with his friends, Peter and Andrew. Jesus and Peter and Andrew walked home. Jesus was going to have dinner with Peter's family. Perhaps friends who had been to church asked Peter how grandmother was. They all knew she would be so glad to have everything nice for their visitor, Jesus, the friend of the family. When they came to Peter's house, all was quiet. There was no dinner ready. Grandmother was so ill and so hot, they asked Jesus to help her. Jesus took hold of her hot hands. Grandmother opened her eyes and smiled. She was better as soon as Jesus touched her. She got up and helped the others. Wow, what a miracle, he helped her. Yay. Okay, last story. This is called The Friend of the Fisherman. Jesus had gone away for a time. His friends were sad. The names of 3 of these friends were Peter, James, and John. They were fishermen. Peter, James, and John had helped Jesus before he went away. They sat on a hillside and wished Jesus was with them. Jesus had promised he would come back to his friends, so they waited for him. There was a big blue lake at the foot of the hill, and they walked down to the shore. Peter, James, and John saw fishing boats sailing by. Children were paddling and playing by the edge of the water. Peter, James, and John grew tired of waiting. The children had gone home. It was getting late, and still Jesus did not come. Peter could not wait any longer. His own fishing boat was not far away. He was able to bring it to the shore where they had been waiting. I'm going fishing, he said. We will come too, said the others. So they climbed down into the boat. The friends of Jesus looked sad as they got the fishing boat ready. They pushed it away from shore, pulled open the sail, and slowly sailed away. All night the fishermen friends fished, but caught nothing, not even one fish. So they sailed home again. As they got near the shore, someone called, "Friends, have you any fish?" They said, "Not one." "Throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some," said the voice. And so they did. When they tried to pull in the net, they found it full of fish. Then John said, "It is Jesus." He had come back. Peter was in such a hurry to see Jesus that he jumped out of the boat. He waded through the water to meet his friend. The fisherman dragged the net full of fish towards the shore. There was a fire, and fish were cooking, and bread was ready on the shore. "Bring some of the fish you have caught," said Jesus. Then Peter went and helped the others with the net. He brought more fish to be cooked. "Come and eat," said Jesus. So they all had breakfast on the shore with friend Jesus. Ah, the end. Oh, I hoped you liked those stories. Wasn't that nice? Oh, I don't know about you, but I'd run to Jesus. Just me. But if you believe in God and Jesus, would you do it too? I'd like to think you would. All right, so that's the end. And so at the end, what does Mammy say? That's right. Besides your parents, who loves you? God loves you. Who else loves you? Mammy loves you. Shh. But Mammy loves you bestest. Until next time, my littles, be good and be kind.